Shalom. Call all y'all Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone that rule and teach well, that taught us his truth, 100% truth. Salutations to the Akim on the four corners of the earth, teaching his truth, risking their lives each and every day on the highways and the byways. And to the brothers and sisters tuning in for edification. Coming with another lesson. And this lesson is entitled, Grinding is Low, and it will never go back to be the same. So things are getting broken up for a reason, you know what I'm saying? And now when you look at how things are going across the world, but then on top of that, in Babylon, you know, the average person, you know, is speaking about, you know, they can't find a job, they're getting laid off, you know what I'm saying? They pretty much don't have no choice to talk about it, you know? And you notice none of this stuff is on the news. It's all, you know what I'm saying, just on YouTube and other different platforms, because they know what's up. They always, you know, push this narrative that things is always going good, you know. But things is not always going good. It's supposed to be a balance, you know what I'm saying? But that's how Esau operates, you know what I'm saying? And the Most High is doing all these things, you know, because the so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, has messed up everything, you know. And he's thinking that he's running stuff, but he's not running nothing, you know what I'm saying? You know, this place is being ran the wrong way. So these people can do all the videos they want on social media, you know, trying to put videos up to make it seem like they doing good, you know what I'm saying? But then also too, they got videos up that they're not doing good, you know what I'm saying? So they're doing like skits, trying to make it like their life is going good, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? Because Babylon is done, you know what I'm saying? And the job market is not going to go back how it was, you know what I'm saying? It's not going back to like 10 or 20 years ago. When you hear these people talk, they'll say, I'm shocked, you know, I didn't see this coming, you know. And the reason why these people did not see this coming is because their main objective is they want things to always go good. They don't want these things, they don't want this place to go down, because the pride in these people, you know what I'm saying? Especially these other nations, you know what I'm saying? And even Jake and Eve, which is 2/3 of our people, you know, and this is how it is, you know. And what's that scripture? If you bless Israel, if you bless Israel, then you will be blessed. If you curse Israel, I think I got it right here too. Let me get that. I think that's Genesis chapter 12. And I will bless them that bless thee, and I will curse him that curse thee. And in thee should all families of the earth be blessed. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's speaking about all families, because the Israelites are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. James 1:1. And I think 1 Peter 1:1. So speaking about the Israelites, you know what I'm saying, that's been scattered throughout the nations, you know. So when you went, so basically, when you went against the chosen people, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you pretty much basically raped, robbed, and murdered us, you know. Nothing is coming good for Babylon, you know what I'm saying. You pretty much mess with the apple of his eye, you know what I'm saying. And judgment is coming to Babylon. It's right around the corner, you know. Right around the corner for these other nations, especially starting with Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed so-called white man. Because you're not white, you know what I'm saying. You red, you know. And that's Genesis chapter 25, and I think it starts at 23 verse. Yeah, so, you know, it's only two nationalities has a color, but everybody else don't. That don't even make no sense, you know what I'm saying. And stop calling me black, because I'm not black. When I look in the mirror, my skin is dark brown. You know what I'm saying? Stop insulting my intelligence, you know? You know? Let me go to Isaiah chapter 24. Verse 7. The new wine mourn, the vine languish, and all merry heart do sight. Verse 8. The mirth of Taberus cease, the noise of them that rejoice in the joy of the harp cease. Yeah. And these prophecies are coming to light. You know what I'm saying? Economic chaos is going on right now, starting with the plagues that's hitting Babylon, aka America. You know what I'm saying? Because it has been poor management. With Esau. You know what I'm saying? Poor management has went across this world. Esau has messed this place up. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to look up. The store closings that's closing within 2025. Yeah, let's look up those, because a lot of this stuff is being, pushed under the rug, because that's how Esau operates. He only tell people things is always going good, but things ain't always going good. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance. You know what I'm saying? How many stores is closing in 2025? So, but this is how he and when I worked at this other job, you know what I'm saying, it was always like that too. And I always thought, like, man, come on now, everything can't always be going right. You know what I'm saying? But that's how he operates. You know what I'm saying? That's how Esau operates. So, example of the stores will closure in 2025. Joann, the fabrics, crafts retailer, is closing all of its stores. Woo! Closing all the stores. Walgreens, the pharmacy chain, is closing locations as a part of a large plan to reduce its footprint. Macy's, the department store, is closing several locations across the country. Because what they say, several locations. They don't want to just be, they don't want to pinpoint. But Esau know how many stores closing, you know what I'm saying? And Party City, the party supply store chain, is also among those significant closure plans. See? So the grinding is ceasing. It's low, in Babylon, And we go to the top. Approximately 15,000 stores are expected to close, woo, in the USA in 2025. More than double the number of closures in 2024, according to CoreSite Research. These closures are spread across various retailers, including Joann, Walgreens, Macy, and Party City, and are driven by factors such as shifts to e-commerce, financial challenges, and strategy footprint reduction. So, when you turn the news on, you don't see them bringing none of this out. It's because they the wicked. You know what I'm saying? They can't be honest. They can't be honest to the people. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah 58:3, they come lying from the womb, paraphrasing, because this is how these people operate, They know, you know what I'm saying? They know what's going on. They know that things are steady falling, you know what I'm saying? And like 2nd Ezra 6:9, you know what I'm saying? Let me get that. 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. Yeah. And since all these stores have been closing, if you look at it, crime has gone up as well. You know what I'm saying? Every time I look at my phone, there's so many different news articles where people just wilding out, people getting put to death. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at the big picture, man, these people ain't happy, man. It's all a front. You know what I'm saying? It's all a front. And that's why we rejoice. Call all y'all by Shimmy Shai. Like the Most High said, Isaiah 30:8. He said, I'm going to laugh at your calamity. You know what I'm saying? He going to mock you, paraphrasing. Yeah, because these people need to be mocked. You know what I'm saying? Because they proud. These the most proudest people in the earth, because they only pretty much, worship the Most High, which they don't worship Yahweh Shai. They worship, Caesar Borgia, sweet baby Jesus. That's who they worship. So they don't care, you know what I'm saying? And it's only part-time when they want something, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people are pretending, you know what I'm saying, that they are happy, they're not happy, you know what I'm saying? They miserable, That is why you see more and more homeless people, you know what I'm saying, popping up, because the companies are closing down and they laying off, and this place is done, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest, Esau. Just get on the news and tell the truth, man. But you can't because you the devil. You know what I'm saying? You the devil the Bible speak of. You know, you just can't be straight up, straight to the point. You know, you gotta fabricate everything and lie and make it seem like everything is going good. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Baruch chapter 4, verse 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. Yeah. And this is talking about the children of Israel, you know. Miserable is she that received the sons, you know. You know. These people in these cities are miserable, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you go to these big cities. Like if you go downtown in these major cities, a lot of the businesses are closing. You see tons of people like homeless now. And a lot of them are starting to occupy these buildings, you know what I'm saying? Going in and sleeping in these buildings, you know. And then they also, you know, getting, you know, storage units, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping in there, you know. So they just trying to, you know, find a way to survive, you know. You know, that's what they're doing, you know. You know. So these places, man, I mean, this place, I mean, why would you want to stay in a place that oppressed you for over 400 years, man? And you trying to make it in this place, man? That doesn't make any sense. Just let it go, man. You know? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 24, verse 8. And the mirth of the tappers cease, the noise of them that rejoice in the joy of the harp cease. Yeah. And this is American pastime, you know what I'm saying? You know? Basically, what they like to do is go to the mall, perpetrate like they doing good, buying clothes, you know what I'm saying? Going on trips like they living last, you know, living legal, living good, you know what I'm saying? I didn't mean to say that wrong. But yeah, you know, and it doesn't mean anything. Also going to these concerts. I mean, you telling me in 2025, you still going to concerts, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you think about your money going to the right, you know, using your money the right way instead of going to like concerts and sporting events, man? That's what these people are, man. They lost in the sauce. Verse 9, and they should not drink wine with a song. Strong drink should be bitter to them that drink it. Yeah. And these people are not, you know, drinking to enjoy themselves. They basically drinking because they miserable and they suicidal. You know what I'm saying? That's why they drinking. That's why when you see a lot of these people going out, you know what I'm saying? They ain't going out to have no fun. They just going out to satisfy their flesh because they miserable. You know what I'm saying? But only the elect and the 1/3 will understand what's going on. And they're going to hearken to this truth, man. They're going to come back to this truth. You know what I'm saying? They're going to want this place to go down. You know what I'm saying? Verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down, and every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Yeah. And the city of confusion is America. You know what I'm saying? Verse 11. And there is a crying for wine in the street. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Yeah. The mirth of the land is gone. This place is done. You know what I'm saying? The people are not happy. Basically pretending to be. You know what I'm saying? You know. Let's look up another thing about how many companies going bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? Because these people know what's going on, man. They trying to play dumb, man. You know. They trying to play like everything is fine. And you know who it is, especially Esau. How many companies is going bankrupt? Let's see. Because we don't want this place to continue. We want this place to go down because this is not living, man. This is not living. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. You know. Let's see. United States company bankruptcy in 2025. Let's go up to the top. Based on data for the first half of 2025, bankruptcies are increased globally. Ooh. With U.S. reporting the highest number of large companies filing in 15 years. The total number of bankruptcies changes quarter and by quarter and depends on the size of companies included the account. Yeah, let's go down below. In United States company bankruptcies in 2025, the total number of U.S. business bankruptcies was 23,043 for the 12-month period ending June 30th, 2025. This is a 4.5% increase over the same period in 2024. Woo! For large companies, filing are higher than pre-pandemic levels. There was 446 large company bankruptcies in the first 7 months of 2025, woo, which is the most since 2010. The industrial and consumer discretionary sectors have been hit hardest by the surge in large company bankruptcies. Notable companies that have filed for bankruptcy in 2025 include Rite Aid, Forever 21, Joann's, and Clarence. So you see, the grinding is low. You know what I'm saying? So Esau, man, Esau putting on the front, to you people, man. He trying to make it seem like things is going good, but we're gonna point it out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna point everything out that Babylon is not doing good, because the Most High is controlling all of this. You know what I'm saying? Not Esau. Esau, you done. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai have mingled perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. Yeah. Verse 15. Neither should there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Yeah. So a lot of people, right now is getting laid off. You know what I'm saying? You see that throughout, social media, you know what I'm saying? But you don't see it on the news. So it's basically, when you see that, you're going to start seeing people can't pay their rent, losing their homes, and that's why there also is having these big restaurants, go bankrupt as well, you know what I'm saying? Which leads to what they want to do is they want you to get sick. They want you to eat this McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King. So you can become sick, you know what I'm saying? That's how they controls the masses, But you got to understand, that this place is done, man. It's done. And don't think about what's going on in this world. Just let it go, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to chapter 4, Isaiah chapter 4, verse 13. No, I think I wrote one. Slakia. No, James chapter 4, verse 17. Slakia. Call a little cold. All right. James chapter 4, verse 17. I'm close out with this. Therefore, to him that know to do good, and to do it not, to him it is a sin. Yeah. So our people know to do good, but they refuse to do it. They refuse to hearken to this truth. So that's why when you see things are going on right now, how it is, the Most High ain't gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because you refuse to hearken to this truth. Zechariah chapter 5 and 7. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait, don't tarry. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. You got to get this truth right now. And only who gonna get that is the elected in 1/3. So nothing is gonna get better. I'm just gonna tell you that now. In this place at all, And it's important, right now, while the brothers, the Akims on the four corners of the earth preaching this truth, risking their lives each and every day, it's important, man, to hearken to this truth and come back to the Most High. Because this place is going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Babylon, a.k.a. America, is going to be destroyed. It's not going to go back to where y'all think it is. So, the 2/3 of our people, you're going to be destroyed right along with these heathens. You know what I'm saying? If you don't come back to the Most High. So, like I said, the grinding is low and nothing is going to go back the same. So, I want to say, hope this was edifying. This is your brother Dawadah. Come with another lesson. I want to say, Shalom. Call all y'all by Shemi Al-Shai, by Shimru Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone that rule and teach well. To the Akim on the four corners of the earth, teaching this truth, risking their lives on the highways and the byways. And to the brothers and sisters tuning in for edification. Shalom.